Good evening, everyone. My name is Julie Sumner, and I am the founder and CEO of Capture Solutions. Capture Solutions provides an app called Capture that is designed to help construction companies make the documentation of workplace issues easier, quicker, and less painful. So the idea for Capture actually came out of my career as an attorney. I've been practicing labor and employment law and ocean workplace safety law for going on 15 years now. And one of the most impactful cases I've had during that time involved a crane accident where unfortunately 2 employees were killed. The OSHA investigation for that accident lasted 6 months. The litigation for that accident lasted over 6 years. What was really shocking to me during this accident was that my client had done a lot of things right, but they didn't have the documentation to show that they had done it right. And in the legal world, if it isn't documented, then it didn't happen. So it got me thinking, a lot of feedback, sorry. It got me thinking there's got to be a better way. So first I started thinking about why it was so difficult for my construction companies to document things. And when you think about it, it's not that hard to figure out. They work on dirty, dusty construction sites. For the most part, they're still using a pad of paper and a pen. And their filing system tends to be the front seat of their truck or the job trailer. So you can imagine if you don't get sued or the litigation has lasted for 6 years, it's kind of hard to find that documentation at that time. The other problem is there are so many laws and regulations that require compliance. The Department of Labor enforces over 180 federal workplace laws. OSHA has over 1,400 regulations that just deal with construction companies. The EEOC in fiscal year 2017 received over 84,000 discrimination charges, and then companies have to worry about their state and local laws and regulations as well. The impact can be pretty severe. One serious OSHA violation can cost a company up to $13,260. Even more devastating to a company is the fact that if you get too many OSHA violations, you can be debarred. That means you can't receive federal funding for a minimum of 3 years. An EEOC lawsuit on average costs about $125,000 to settle, and a lawsuit can cost upwards of $200,000 just to take it to trial. That does not include the verdict. That just includes paying lawyer fees to people like me, and also just the expenses associated with the trial. So Capture is the solution that we came up with. Capture works in 3 very easy steps. The employee creates the report out in the field using either their mobile device or their phone. That report is seamlessly synced to the cloud, and then the people back at the home office can access it right away. So it increases communication between the field and the home office, and everything is stored securely within the app, so the company no longer has to worry about pictures or reports being on an employee's phone, and they don't have to rely on that employee to upload that information to a secure file somewhere. It's all stored safely and securely within the Capture app. So to give you a little bit better idea of how it works, Capture is organized by location. So the first screen that they see is all of the job site locations, and they can favorite those that they go to most often. They're then taken to a calendar screen where they can select the date of the report they want to create. They can go from today or backwards, but not forwards. That's a little legal protection built in. The little dots that you see indicate that 1 or more reports was created on that day. They are then taken to the report screen. They choose a report type. Those are fully customizable by the company. They can add additional information in the regarding line. They have multiple ways that they can add content, and everything is user, date, and time stamped. The last thing they do is they add content. They can do that through photos, videos, text, speech to text, audio, or all of the above. And again, it's all time, date, and user stamped. We have a couple other features as well. We have a fillable form feature, which means that companies can create their own forms so that they can create consistency across the organization. We have a personal journal tab that replaces that pad of paper and pen. And then we have a reference tab where companies can upload policies and procedures. There are a lot of values to customers for using Capture. It saves them time and money. It increases consistency because everybody is using the same forms and the same methods to document. It preserves continuity, as I mentioned. Everything is saved within the Capture app, so they don't have to worry if an employee leaves or gets fired. And it also preserves documents in the event of a dispute. Most lawsuits don't get filed for 2 to 6 years from the time that an incident happens. So again, you can imagine how easily documents, hard paper documents, can walk away during that amount of time. We beta tested Capture with 2 construction companies. The first one is Rycon. It's out of Pennsylvania. They used it on a 6-week concrete pour project. They took over 200 photos and over 10 videos. They loved how organized the photographs were within the app, and they really appreciated the amount of data they collected on that particular project. Our other beta tester is Beaver Excavating. They're out in Canton, Ohio. They've been using it for over 8 months. They've created over 100 reports, and they use it primarily to document things like daily job notes, employee performance, coaching and feedback, and safety issues. The competitive landscape is ripe for this kind of app. There are not a lot of competitors out there. The 2 main ones are iAuditor and Device Magic, and they have both gained some traction. They're different from Capture, however, because iAuditor only focuses on safety audits. They provide forms to construction companies to perform safety audits, and Device Magic allows companies to digitize forms. Capture brings the 2 together. It allows the documentation of any workplace issue, not just safety issues. It allows companies to create their own forms. It was designed by a lawyer who's familiar with the industry, and it was beta tested by industry leaders. Our market opportunity is about $1 billion. That's based off of a total addressable market of $2 billion, which is based on a U.S. Bureau of Labor statistic that indicates there are about 816,000 construction firms in the U.S. About 90% of those have 1 to 25 employees. Our target market is construction companies with 10 to 200 employees. Being a little bit more specific, we're looking for commercial construction companies with 10 to 200 employees, and specifically those who have either had an OSHA fine, an EEOC charge, or a lawsuit filed against them within the past 5 years. We use a SAS model, so we have a subscription-based model. For up to 10 users, it's $99 a month. 11 to 30 users is $199 a month. 31 to 50 is $299 a month, and over 50 users, it's an additional $100 per month for every additional 50 users. Our current needs. We need more users. We have 3 currently. We need more to validate the product, and again, we're looking for commercial construction companies with 10 to 200 employees. We would love to make more connections. We're looking to connect with professionals who work with construction companies, so safety consultants, lawyers, HR professionals. And we are actively raising $500,000. That will give us runway for the next 12 to 18 months, and the primary uses for that funding will be staffing, sales, and marketing. We've got a great team together. We've gained a lot of momentum this summer. Our new logo is courtesy of Cameron Louisa, if he's here. We love it, and we're very excited to be here, and we are so thankful to Flashstarts for all of the mentoring and help that they have given us this summer. Thank you so much.